so we're going to talk about adding and subtracting square roots. You can only add square roots that have the same number underneath the root. So like a square root of 2 and a square root of 3 wouldn't go together. But if you had square root of 2 plus, say, 5 square root of 2, those you could add together, and it's like sort of they're variables, and then you add the numbers in front. So then you have 1 and 5, so you end up with 6 square root 2. Sometimes the numbers underneath the square root don't start out as the same thing, but when you simplify them, they end up being the same thing. So you always want to make sure that you break them down first and see if they simplify, and then if they do, you can combine them. So looking at these, looking at the first one, you've got 8 root 7 minus 3 square root 28. So the square root of 7 doesn't break down because 7 is a prime number, but 28 will break down like with simplifying. So you'll divide it by 2, you get 14, 2, 7, 7, 1. So you'd pull a 2 and leave the 7. So then you have 8 square root 7. When you're trying to simplify this, the 3 that is already out gets multiplied with the 2 that you would take out. So then really you're looking at 8 root 7 minus 6 root 7, and 8 minus 6 is then going to be 2 square root 7. Going, let's say, across and not down. So we've got the square root of 6 plus 5 square root of 24. So you want to try and break them both. So 6 divides by 2 and 3, so you have pairs of nothing, which is fine. So then you want to break 24. So you have 2, 12, 2, 6, 2, 3, 3, 1. So you can pull a 2 with the 5 that you already have out. Square root 2 times 3 is going to be 6. So then you're looking at the square root of 6 plus 10 square root of 6. So that's 1 and 10, so then you have 11 square root of 6. Two more. So square root of 8 plus 4 square root of 98. So you want to, same thing, break them both. So breaking 8, you have 2, 4, 2, 2, 2, 1. So you pull a 2 with the 2 that's already out, or you pull a 2 and leave a 2. So then here when you break 98, 2, you get 49, 7, 7, 7, 1. So you pull a 7, multiply it with the 4, square root 2, because that's left. So then you have plus 28 square root 2, and then 2 and 28 is going to give you 30 square root 2. Last one. So you're looking at the 5 square root 60 minus 8 square root of 135. So you want to break 60. You got 2, 30, 2, 15, 5, 3, 3, 1. So you pull a 2 with the 5. So then you've got 5 times 2 square root. And on the inside, you have the 5 and the 3 that have no pairs. So you would multiply them together. So you have a 15 in here. So then you're looking at 10 square root of 15 from that first term. So then looking at your second term, you want to break 135. So 135, you can divide it by 5. And you get 27. Divides by 3, 9, 3, 3, 3, 1. So you would pull a 3 times the 8, and then you have the square root of 5 and 3, which are left over, so then that's 15. So you've got minus 24 root 15. So then 10 minus 24, you're looking at negative 14 square root 15. And that's it for adding and subtracting.